slight technical difficulties, far slighter than usual whenever I happen to have technical difficulties, and we're up and at 'em. Hello, Eldritch, with your cute little emote. Of course, there's always one thing wrong. My headset's already complaining about a low battery. Give me a sec. How are you guys doing this fine weekend? Because here's the thing, it is a fine weekend. You guys are in for a treat. I've got some stories. I've got some rants. I got some things that I know you want to chuckle at. I've got one more week of school. I got one more week of school this semester. I've got one last report to turn in, a test to do, or 2 tests to do, and a report to turn in. That is what I still have remaining. One of them is going to be awful, and not even in like a, I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, the teacher's trying to force us to use technology. That is awful. Just awful. I hate the technology. Let me just make sure, because I'm getting revved up. Make sure everything's good to go. Put the mouse over there. Phone has already been put on silent. It's only there in case someone really needs to contact me. My streaming notebook. Throw the comb away, because if I have that in the hand's reach, I will fiddle with it without realizing it. And I think I'm good. Woo, more dwarfy doofiness. Yes, before anything, before the stories, before anything, I was reminded I forgot to put the statue in. Now, here's the question. Where am I putting the statue? Was it in something that belonged to Dragon Merns? Hey, Sandhills Bell. How are you doing? Dragonman, can you remind me where I'm putting the statue? I remember that there was a statue and I didn't put it correctly. And to be fair, I wouldn't have even remembered that much if you hadn't reminded me, but I don't remember where I'm supposed to be putting it. I want to say it was in someone's room. I just don't remember whose room it was. It was in Dragoman's room. All right. Now the next question is, where the hell is Dragoman's room? Yeah, I've definitely got to work out. Oh, I guess this is Dragoman's room. Dragoman is married to NPC. So build statue. Statue of a cavey. Ta-da. There we go. I is good. You? Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. Definitely haven't wasted hours of my life. Hours of my life slowly swirling down the drain to go into a blender that will just immediately dump it into the ocean. It's the end of school. So when Corona happened and we had to start delaying everything to go online, right? Like the school's like, okay, we're not going to have school for about a week or two. And then, or week and a half. One of them was, it was weird. Anyways. And then when we started up, the school's like, all right, just start doing things online. All the teachers were unfamiliar with the idea. I'm getting rid of this library. All the teachers were unfamiliar with the idea, we'll say. And it took them a bit to really get into the swing of things. Like the first class is like, okay, we're going to kind of do some talking. How's everyone doing in these trying times? The point is, they delayed everything, but none of the teachers changed what they were teaching. Like they didn't change it into prerequisites. So what happened is everything got compressed. So the past couple of weeks have been hectic, changing down one paper after another to one group project to trying to contact this person, to waiting an hour and a half to hear back because I need to update something on a group project. It's been a lot of essentially waiting. Hurry up and waits. Military trained for this. It's been a ton of hurry up and waits. But now that we're in the last week, it is all the more refined. I've got a test on Tuesday. That uses something called the Securus Lockdown Browser. It's supposed to be an anti-cheat system. The idea being, when you launch this program, it opens itself up as a web browser, and you can't get out of it. You can't minimize it. You can't alt-tab. It takes control of your computer like the most insidious virus known to man. And you're supposed to willingly install this thing, by the way. At the same time, because the teacher wants to make sure we're not cheating, the teacher wants our cameras and stuff on. But you the securest web browser takes over everything. So the teacher's idea is that I'm going to launch the camera and then I'm going to launch the browser and have it take control. And I've told the teacher too, teacher wants to deduct points, whatever. I'm not doing that because this program is poorly written and it is garbage. I have run it twice on my laptop. Every time I run it on my laptop, I lose admin privileges. I want that to sink in. Every time I run this, and I don't just mean while it's running, sign on, connect to the right site, do the test, close it. Then try to say turn off the computer. Like click the little power button and it opens up a little window and it goes, you don't have privileges for this. Like the lockdown browser removes all your privileges. I straight up told him, like, one, I'm doing this on my laptop. I'm not doing it on the same computer that I've been taking class in because I'm not risking my work computer. You're fucking high. I am not installing that stupid program on this computer. If you wish, I could have a camera from one computer and the program on the other, if that's what you're wanting, but I'm not installing. He's like, and I don't think he was getting it. And his response was like, no, the camera's on the same computer. It's so I can watch you, make sure you're not cheating. I think the idea is for it to be looking at like my face and make sure I'm staring at the thing. So I told him, like, well, I'm not gonna be able to stare at the camera because I'm gonna be on a different computer than the camera. He goes, well, no, they need to be on the same one. In the entire class, I am one of only 4 people who uses a camera. So because I happen to stream, I'm supposed to install this program on my working computer and risk it borking up everything so I can stare at this camera or in a general direction of this camera while I try to explain to him too. I'm like, this is a camera, not a webcam. It's on a mount. Like I could move it over the wrong window and I wouldn't be staring at it. He goes, well, no, if you run the camera first and then run the webcam, and he's not understanding this. I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. I'll take your test. I'll do the lockdown browser. I'm just not gonna run a camera. Screw it. No one else is running a camera. I'm not running the damn camera. No, that is asinine. Yeah, terrible idea in theory, even worse in practice. It's a horrible program. I hate this program. And when you load it up, because it's its own web browser, it does 2 things. Half the time it doesn't boot properly because antivirus programs really fucking hate it. I wonder why. And then 2, because it's its own type of web browser, it doesn't load web pages correctly. So you're supposed to use it like 3 links into the school website to access the test. But sometimes the school website itself doesn't run right on this web browser. So you're just supposed to sit there and refresh and turn it off and turn it back on and reboot until the damn thing goes. Like I said, once I've run it, I can't turn my computer off. I've got to hold the power button down and smother it like a child that needs to be put down. Just shh, shh. Just don't fight it. Just don't fight it. Good. Good. Now let's try this again. Did baby learn? Did baby learn? No, it's not loading. Shh. Just go into the darkness. Go into the dark. Good. I fucking hate this program. So I told the teacher, I'm like, I'm not doing that. That's asinine. Oh, well, like I said, he tried pointing out that it's supposed to be for like anti-cheating. The idea made some, maybe barely any sense when we were taking it on our laptops in class, because he couldn't see what everyone's doing on their computer in that situation, and he would like to assert some control, because I guess he doesn't have control in his life. That doesn't make sense at home. Like I said, everyone doesn't even have their cameras running. Like I'm one of only 4 people that use their cameras in class. So everyone's just using their phone or something. Why he doesn't just modify the test, I don't know. I have a test for another teacher. He gets it. The other teacher gets it. Straight up, he was like, yeah, there's no fucking way in hell I'm gonna be able to get you guys to take a test at home. And more than likely, over half of you are going to just look up the answers. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna send you the test, and it's not even doing an hour. Just email it back to me after about a week. And someone's like, well, is it gonna be open notes? He goes, you're taking this test at home over the internet. It might as well be open internet. What are you talking about? Like, not even the implication that, oh, that's the first thing I would do. This is a public college? It's a state college, and you're having these kids take it at home. You really trust that many kids? No. don't even trust their freaking calculators. Everyone's got like TI-84 programmable calculators. They got the answers on it somehow. That's just the way it's going to be. I don't know why half of them are trying to stick to these prerequisites over the internet. They should know that's not going to work. Any teacher that doesn't understand this just does not understand the internet. Like, I don't think they understand what the internet does. It's like trying to take a test over 4chan. It's just not going to happen. It's nonsense. What he should have done was some in-class like exercises to bounce off of everyone else to see if the class, you know, that would have made sense to me. I got a paper due, that's fine. I had to do, last week we had to do a group project. I don't think I did anything. Not that I didn't put in effort. I think everything I did was removed. Kind of like whenever you hear in Hollywood, someone did a movie and then the movie comes out and they're like, oh, that wasn't the cut I did, or those weren't the lines I shot. That wasn't what I said in that line. Like, somebody kept going around behind me and changing things. But like, no one was telling me what they were doing or why. So there's just this mysterious person who is editing all my numbers. Not all my numbers. But what made it worse is the replacement numbers were all wrong. Like, they didn't make sense. They were just putting in numbers. And why are you doing this? One of the things, it was for a management class. And the idea was that we were doing lean practices and all this other managerial mumbo jumbo. So I always have to have a fancy word and acronym for it. The idea is just basically reduce waste in the company. There you go. I summed up the class. But the idea is we had what it cost the company before per month, and then after we do our improvements, what we estimate the cost would be afterwards. So I was the math guy doing Excel, no problem. Got that done in a few hours tops. Then I go back and look afterwards and the numbers are different. Well, why are these numbers different? Oh, don't worry, someone must have fixed them. What do you mean fixed? What is your idea behind why these are fixed? I base my numbers off of every number from all the paperwork I have from you guys. What numbers are you drawing from where your numbers are fixed? One of them was, we had 100 paper, and I'm doing the air quotes correctly right now. It's called paper, but it's not paper. We had 100 paper invoices per month that cost, for some reason, like $45 an invoice. So it cost the company $4,500. But if you look in the details, paper, again, invoices means mail, email, fax, and something else. Basically, every invoice that is not in our system is attributed under paper emails. Well, somebody thought, well, why didn't you remove those? We'll convert everything to not paper, and they replaced it with zero. In other words, my company decided to save $4,500 a month by never sending an invoice to the customer. So like, that's what I was having to deal with. I'm like, well, who's doing this? Why are you doing this? And then by the time we went to do the presentation, like, I'm reading off the slides I have, but someone else had changed the slides. So the numbers that everyone in the class is seeing are different than the numbers I'm seeing. So I'm saying numbers, but they're visually seeing a completely different number because they changed it. And when I changed it on my version, whoever kept changing it had like already saved their changed version. And so that's what was being presented when I was reading the correct numbers. So literally, like, I think I didn't do any work. Like, I did work, but no work was done by me, if that makes sense. So it was, so it doesn't even do the thing it's supposed to do correctly. I don't know. One, I don't know why school's trying to use that program. But two, for the class, so like, I did a presentation, but why? Why did I waste the time? Well, I don't understand. It was a rigged game from the beginning. I was never going to have gotten anything done. Or no, I'm sorry, I'm jumping the gun. That one was annoying. There was something else that proved further annoying. Based upon the numbers that I'm doing the calculations with, we were off by a factor of 60. 60, my numbers were way too large. And no one was fixing that to be 60 less. The reason why we were off by 60 is they had the person who does the data collection, and we do this and that, and we have it on these slides. It's listed as 15. So everything is in hours. For like the entire paper, everything is in hours. Except apparently for this one calculation was 15 minutes, not 15 hours. So I said everything was 4 times as long for an hour and then 15 times as long for 15 hours. So everything that we were saying our company did took 60 times longer than it should have. all the discrepancies, like we did it before and after, so the percentages saved were kind of the same since the math was wrong across the board, but the numbers themselves were wrong. And so it was a rigged game from the start. I didn't even have the right number to work with. It was never denoted. There was no decimal point. It was never denoted as minutes. Hey, Cyrillac. It was, oh my God, I'm so annoying. That's what my last week has been. How's your week been? It's called like Lockdown Browser. Hold on. I'll tell you what this stupid program is. It's garbage.
A baby's been born.
By the way, a baby has been born. It's called the Respondus Browser. Respondus Lockdown Browser. And yeah, no, that's garbage. That's a garbage program. I hate it. Whoever invented that is awful. Is awful. Now, I'm pretty sure they didn't invent it on their own. They were requested it by the school. So then it was done somewhere. There was a school that's like, hey, you mind installing viruses on our computers? Like, it would make sense to run this program from a school computer. I could see schools doing that. Like, hey, take a test in class, launch our program. That's the only way we'll let you do it. Like when you're taking the legit, like, here's your English test to your midterm English test to get into managerial classes. Hey, thank you for following Spinel Mindbrand. Welcome to being a strategist. I could see the program being used for that. I could see the program being used in their testing facility. Fine, you deal with it. But the idea that there's a teacher who's like, oh, well, you know, I'm gonna demand that you take my test on this program. Fuck you. I swear, if I hear one whisper of a class action against the school, I'm signing on to that. The school does some stupid things. I've told them this before. The school, as a separate thing that the school does that is just wrong, is the school like contracts out a busing service to bring you from the train station to the school because it's a commuter school. Fine. The buses are only rated for a certain amount of people. We'll say 30. That's completely the wrong number, but we'll say 30. They actually hire a dude to cram on 45 to 50. Like, it's beyond standing room only. They sardine every bus instead of doing more buses to save money. But they still get funding from the state government. I don't understand how they screw up their math. So, like, it's like, if one of these buses tip, first time one of these buses has an issues and tip, I'm calling every newspaper, be like, yo, let me tell you why that bus tipped. Let me tell you why that bus tipped. Oh, is it a really high, like, lethality rate? Did a lot of people get injured? Let me tell you why. Let me tell you about how fucking goofy this school does things. The school annoys me. I don't know if I'm getting this message across. The school makes decisions that are just asinine sometimes. All right, so I installed the one statue. We got the KV statue, and let me look at the KV statue. By the way, where were you? Spinel Mindbrand. If you are not aware, I didn't have it in the title today. If you are not aware, you can get Dwarf for free, !Dwarf, DWARF, or !Dwarf, DORF. And that'll run a random number generator that can get you in. And on the face cam, which isn't focused on my face, it looks slightly bright in here. I'm telling you, that is a lie. It is. Oh, actually, regular cam is not picking up completely too. I have one glare from the window that seems particularly bright, but I guess the reflection isn't that bright. We kind of got that message. It's sunk in. Oh my God. Don't get me wrong, the teacher for the most part teaches well. Again, I'm not implying that the one teacher with the Respondus browser is overall a bad human being. Just, I don't think he understands how bad that program is. This is a superior quality obsidian statue of a KV. The item is a rendition of the feed of pics, an image of a KV. The image was commissioned by the Channels of Speaking, a local dwarven government. No, it's goofy. I don't like that program, and I don't like some of the goofy things the school does. All right, so this is our underground ant nest that we're working towards. Oh, look, a cavey grew up. Guinea pigs for all. So what I need to do is, the implication was I wanted this to be flat. I wanted part of this to be where they came in. As much as possible. So from here up, whatever I need to reduce into the ground, I'll work on. Started playing a lot of SnowRunner. What is SnowRunner? Tell me about SnowRunner. Yard work. I chop branches into sticks I can fit into yard waste bin. I hate yard work. If I could just have like a really ungainly yard work chopping machine and just like push it out there and have it like just mulch everything, that'd be great. A lot of the time yard work just consists of moving garbage from one location to another. We don't like these leaves, so these leaves go over there. All right, but over there is also where we don't want them. So now we move them over here. Then we're gonna put them in this bag to move them over there. So now they get moved over here. Just, where do they go? Where do the leaves go? I really don't like it. And again, it was even worse in the military. Oh, someone's doing an inspection. Let's go mow the grass. Okay, do we have a lawnmower? No. You're gonna take a pair of pliers, lay down in the grass, and see any grass sticking up, and pluck the overly tall grass with pliers for hours. That's fun. Let me tell you something. If you want to pass a few hours as slow and as mind-numbingly as possible, go lay on your grass, find the one that's tall, and pluck it with pliers, and do that for a few hours. Mud Truck Simulator with the delivery-style driving game. Nice. Mud trucks. Now, I also wanted to start trimming down what I've done over here, about as much as possible. So I believe I'm trimming this down. Because this is where the overhanged wall is. Overhung wall. Which means these are actually being pulled back too far. We'll have that trimmed on the Epic Store. All right. So here's the thing. There's like a bunch of games coming out on the Steam store in the next couple of months. Like, I haven't done the Epic Store in a bit. And not that I have anything against the Epic Store. I don't think I'm going to for a bit because there's a bunch of good games coming out on Steam in the near future. Has everyone seen the new world map from Dwarf Fortress? Has everyone seen the new Dwarf Fortress world map that they showed? I'm gonna link it in chat if I can track it down. This is already linked in the Discord, but just look how sexy the world is. No, not save image as. I want the web page. I want everyone who's not on my Discord, and if you're not, why aren't you, to look at that fantastic link. Look at how sexy that world map is. Astesh Zagushrir Stonecrafter has created Udardalis Orshet Bakor, an obsidian Umar she claims as a family heirloom. Also known as Rained Flickers, the Cremation of Temptation. Rained Flickers, the Cremation of Temptation. Okay, I feel like that's about an STD. Weighs 10 pounds and is worth 115,200 dwarf bucks. Oh my god, that's a large description. This is an obsidian Umar. All craft storemanship is of the highest quality. It is encircled with bands of large rat leather, reindeer leather, and yeti leather. The object is adorned with hanging rings of obsidian and menaces with spikes of obsidian, fire opal, pigtail, and spherite. On the item is an image of dwarves and obsidian. The dwarves are laboring. The arc relates to the foundation of ScorchTrumpets by the channels of speaking of the rainy mechanism in the early spring of 216. On the item is an image of Talkbreaker, the dog leather buckler, in crystal opal. An Umar is a large handheld metal stringed instrument with a wooden neck connecting to a wooden body. The strings are tied from the top of the neck down over the body. The musician plays the 6 strings with a wooden bow. So violin? The musician can alter the pitch of a string by stopping it against the neck. Tuning is accomplished by pegs. Tuning is also possible using small levers. The instrument has nearly 4 octave range, going from very low to a mid-high pitch. At all pitches, the instrument has a full, sharp, quavering timbre. It has 2 registers. The low register has a raucous timbre, and the high register begins at mid-low pitch and has a strong, strident timbre. Is this a freaking violin? It's a cello. Oh, okay. Forgive me for not remembering exactly which large stringed instrument I was reading, but yes, cello makes more sense. It did say large. Yeah. No, you would make a cello with just leather. That's how it works. Wait, where did it say the strings were? Did it say the strings were anything? So it's made of obsidian, and I don't know what the strings are. So it's made of obsidian and covered in leather. A leather obsidian cello. That's gotta sound fantastic. Actually, now I kind of want to do that. Obsidian strings, obviously. Silly me. There's a high-pitched creaking as you get to the higher notes. Wonder what that would sound like. Like if you could actually do it, make it really, really thin, and then just have like a stone cello. That's gotta sound like something. No, don't you wish adamantine strings on me. Don't you wish that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. All right, so he's channeling down in the upper left, which we're gonna have to trim out to be the entrance. This is the anthill that we're hoping to trap the dwarves in. Not the dwarves, the enemies. We wish for the dwarves to live. I am going to... What are you made out of? Granite. Granite, granite, granite. Do I have any granite blocks? I don't think I do. Which one of you does my blocks? Is it you? Rock blocks. I just need one. I just need some granite blocks. That's all I'm needing out of you. By the way, while I'm thinking about it, how goes down here? What are you? You are also granite, so we have more uses for the granite blocks. Fantastic. As long as we have ice and or water, we can continue to go down. Which basically means to here. This is the bottom floor for what we're doing. I'm going to do that as downstairs for right now only. Then we'll hollow out the inside and we'll smooth the walls. Now, while we have this frozen, is there anything I was needing to do with this structure? I don't think so. And Alapega has slipped into depression, unfortunately. Since we have a lot of I think we have a lot of obsidian blocks. Do we? I'm gonna start covering over the floors of these rooms, because now that we've hit the cavern layer, they're getting covered in mushrooms, and they look, I don't like them. I don't like the way they look. So I am going to cover this in some obsidian blocks, just to make it look nicer. Now, we've gone through a lot of constructions by now. I don't think it's necessary to clear out the constructions for calculations, but also I kind of want to see how much material we have floating around being loosely calculated because of constructions. So I'm going to do the clear const, or the clean const. $8,568 construction items. Jesus. Marked as construction, but no construction is present. 130, 18, 158. 130, 18, 158. Is that up here? Or do they mean is the first one the Z? 130, 15, 158. It's gotta be something in the ceiling. I don't know what that is. Oh well. It couldn't be clean. It couldn't be cleaned. I'm fine with that. So that was a lot of items. There's a lot of items being calculated for in every wall, necessarily. Are you still cooking me food? You are. Fantastic. I see we've gone through a lot of our other materials into food. So this should hopefully make people happier. And we're making the granite. I'm trying to think. That's right. What we probably need is more miners. Miners. Oh. Thinking. Where are the miners? Why are they not mining? I didn't see them mining. Construct building. First of all, do we only have the one miner? And second of all, could you not? Let's see what we got going on with the therapist. Do we really only have one miner? Did we lose a miner in one of those earlier fights? Yeah, we only have one Mine King, and he's an NPC.
There's a dwarf throwing a tantrum.
And he's moody for clothes. I knew there was something at the end of last time that we were doing. We were trying to get the clothing industry running. Clothing shop was suspended. I'm going to unsuspend it, see if we can't get that going. And then Mine King, I thought by default wasn't ever going to do a lot of that hauling. Planter? What are you? You're not even a thing. There's no such thing as a planter. Because you're meaning farmer, which I already have. Why do you have nothing else for a job? You're a hauler. What's going on with the farmers? You are bone carving and gem cutting right now? What? Why? Commit that through. Mine Kings I'm trying to fix. Construction. All right, that'll make that work better, I assume. And now who's a clothier? Because he's not building. Weaver's Guild Dictator Bob is a clothier. Take off construction from him. Oh no, I don't think I can because I need him to make the building. So we just have to hope that he eventually figures out I want him to do this.
It won't work.
If I wanted a tavern with multiple KV statues, would it be counted as a medium or high quality room? Well, we already have a tavern. So your request is just the same as last time, is the furnitures. I would take that as a medium room. There's no reason to make that take up a high quality room slot. We only have 2 per stream. If you are wanting for the medium quality room, like I said, after this upcoming week for school, I will go back to upgrading and improving the quality of the stream again. Like when I did the streams where I basically created the alerts. At that time, I will have to fix over the point channel system to more accommodate the furniture requests and the little minor things. What are you two doing? You're depressed, and you're what, hunting? Stop hunting depressed people. I've heard that's not appropriate. Just staring at a depressed guy. I'm hunting. Really should be doing that. Oh, someone's here. How are you doing, Insane Gifter? How's your week been? You've been keeping safe from the coronavirus? And I think I heard some tellings of there being a mutated strain of it now. Though that one I haven't heard too much, so I'm gonna take that with a grain of salt. Lunchtime subs. So you're at work right now then. How is your work going? And also thank you for watching during your lunchtime. Are you keeping everyone happy while dealing with the we'll say the stupid people? Because there's always the stupid people. There is. No matter what your job is, there's someone. We all know that someone. There's someone at your work that you don't like. Doesn't matter what your job is. No one's ever happy with everyone at their job. Dragoman, if you want to do a if you're wanting to do a KV themed tavern for the next fort, just wait and turn it in on the next fort. Like, there's nothing saying you have to turn in the points now and then you won't be able to use it for the next fort. Just wait until the next, like, your points don't reset between forts. The points are channel specific, not fort specific. That'd be crazy. Indeed. I am sore and have 10 minutes. Oh no, don't be sore. Remember, lift with your back in a jerking, twisting motion. No, don't do that. Don't do that. One local nursing home was hit with the COVID. All 103 residents, all over 80, all recovered. Well, that's good. 10 minutes to relax before I have 4 more hours of walking. Jesus. No. No, 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 no. I'm not allowed to show my feet. We've discussed this. I'm not allowed to make any point to the arches. But I have lost my arches. Oh no, dead turkey hen. I have lost my arches and. Well, no. Let me correct that. As long as it's walking, it's good. I can't stand. If I'm moving and I don't constantly have weight on the arch, my feet don't get destroyed. I'm basically flat-footed at this point. Symptomatic plus planets or whatever the hell it's called. I stand at my job in one place for 10 hours. That one I cannot do. No. I've done my standing in place with the military. I am now done with that. No more of that nonsense. Is there a tree? Insane Gifter giving out 2 more subs. Thank you so much, Insane Gifter. A tree grew up in the middle of my base. The hole that was meant for draining grew a little tree. So now not only does the overfill hallway thing not quite work all the time, it can't work at all now because a tree grew up in the exact one hole. The exact one hole that I had for draining the water in, a tree grew up. You've got to be kidding me. How do I get to this? Just normally? You know, that old adage where you go cutting down trees inside your house that grew up there one fall evening. I didn't floor it? I guess not. While we had this open, we might as well have the artist come down and smooth everything. That's just sensible. Looks like the initial surge water didn't spread too far anyways. Real question is I would like need an area to like set aside as mud free so that they'll like slowly clean the mud up off the ground. All right. So three things amounts in clothing. Everyone's getting moody because they're naked. This was suspended again. I don't know why. I'm just going to cancel that. Is something forbidden here? That's what's happening. There's a potato wine pot someone threw on the ground and forbid. Let's get the potato wine out of the way so I can build the clothing so that, you know, I can save the dwarves from getting moody. You know, whenever you guys want me to save everyone. Oh, we can't touch that. Yeah, look, he's going to build it immediately now, isn't he? Oh my God. So I have cloth because it's from plants. If I understand this right. Going to want a dress, a robe, a coat, trousers, cap, glove, sock, shoe, cloak, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. We'll do that. We'll have them on repeat, and we'll just have them start trying to make all the clothing we can. Start saving people. Because I think that's really what's getting to people, is that all their clothes are rotting off. That's the only thing I could think of that we are deficient in, is their clothing. Admittedly, it's on me for not having done it a lot sooner, but still. Oof. Oof. Big oofs. Where's the tree guy? Is our tree guy going? Yeah, you're right. We don't have a tree hater. Also, does it mirror, do these names shrink? Why are these small? Who would be good at... Why are they so small? Which one of you would be... Now they look like they're bigger. You are a tree hater now. Because I need a tree hater. What just happened? There's a ghost. Of course there is. Why wouldn't there be a ghost? Question then. Why do we have a ghost? Do we not have enough coffins? Did we fill up our coffins again? No, we didn't fill them up. We just never said we wanted to use them. Which some would say is required for a coffin to work correctly, is that you be allowed to put people in it. So that's a thing. All right, now that we've freed up a bunch of coffins, let's see if the ghost goes away. Because they like cavies. Do they really? I don't remember this. Cavies, you're right. They do like the cavies. So then has Dragoman had a happy thought for their cavie statue? Within the last season, Dragoman felt satisfied upon improving crutch walking. Well, she was blissful sleeping in a good bedroom. Pleasure near fine furnace. Euphoric due to ignore after having a drink. Have to wait for a bunch of these to go away. Her left lower leg is gone. Holy shit. Sorry about that, Dragoman. I don't know what happened to your leg, but it's gone, and that's a thing we have to deal with. Gotcha. Okay. Now, who's here? Are these the elves? All right, let's see what I could try trading them. We still have a broker, right? Yeah, it's Gopher. Psh, who needs legs? Tis but a flesh wound. That did get rid of the ghost. Fantastic. All right, come on, Gopher. We need to do a trade for stupid elven clothing. There we go. Trade them everything we have over here. Which isn't much, but I'm just needing some clothing. Unless they have a giant dingo. Your clothing shouldn't be large, if I remember correctly. All right, here we go. A dress, a dress. Sandal, sandal. issue. What are we doing already? Their profits already. Oh no. This is to get a bunch of sandals for everyone. We're gonna have a mountain home of hippies. What tree? Where was there a tree in here? Plumwood figurine of leaves up top. No one saw that. Damn it. And there's an ashen bracelet. Why are we doing wood things? This wasn't my fault. I didn't make them. I might have, but I didn't. Oh, God. They traded their leg for a caving statue. So what you're saying is it would cost an arm and a leg? How is there another area below the area I just did? Oh, it's just graphical issue. Well, if you're going to be flippity about me using wood, I might as well use more wood to make your highway out of here. You may now vacate via the corpse highway. This counted the just the leg. 50% off. All eggs must go. Hold on, I didn't take my pill again. Really, shouldn't I take that yesterday? Like, it takes 30 minutes before it starts working at all, and I think it takes 24 hours for it to go into full effect. Na, 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 na. Or else people will think I've got the woo-hin. Got the woo-hin verse. Don't want to get that woo-hin. Now, what is this? This is all a wood stockpile. It has trees growing in it. I guess that's appropriate. Now, is our clothier making clothes? No, our clothier is not. Why is our clothier not making clothes? It's kind of their job. What are you doing? Forge, make cloth armor. Oh, you're doing it now. As soon as I'm like, hey, are you doing this? He goes, no, don't mind me. Okay. We need to get the clothing, booze, and food industry running regularly. Because we're already down to 1,000 drinks. So on the booze, since we have a manager, we're going to give him work orders. We're going to brew drink from plant. And we're going to brew, we'll say 10 times. We're going to brew 10 times on a condition of the product and the reagent that there is at least 10 of either of these and less than, no, not the seeds. I really don't care about the seeds. We can deal with having more seeds. We're gonna delete the seeds. If there is less than, we'll say 2,000. So every time we have less than 2,000, he tries to make 10 more, which ends up being more than 10. So we'll do that. That is drinks. I don't think he does a brew fruit system. We'll have to order him to brew fruit manually. Just because I don't think we grow that enough to be an automatic system, so I'm not going to try. I don't think potato plants count as a fruit. They're not a fruit. The clothing we're just going to leave on repeat. Nothing but repeat for the clothing system. And as part of that, nothing but repeat for processed plants. I don't think I can make processed plants be automated, can I? Does anyone remember this? I seem to remember in my brain hole that there's an issue with processed plants and automating it. I'm going to set that number. Oh no, I did that wrong. How do you change the number? Whatever, I'll just remove it and do it again. There is a way to set the number for an order. I think it might need to be inserted first. We'll say process plants. We'll say process 10 plants every day. On a condition, one-time order, no. Checked daily. Every day, do 10 more plants if you can. It's kind of what I'm hoping for. Order. Because, yeah, can't do anything for the products, but we can offer the reagents. If there are at least 10 plants a day, make 10 plants. That's all I want out of you. Do it. Though, to be fair, this should be 15. Always want to make sure that the prerequisite is slightly higher, even though I didn't do that for the booze. That way you don't end up in a situation where 2 people draw from it at the same time and you end up with less than the number you think you do. Well, hopefully, CJ, your next 4 hours go swimmingly. That back room is no longer needed. ZXB. Units without bedrooms 2. That is impossible. Unknown bedrooms 13. Whoever those 2 are, they're idiots. That is what I'm going with. All right, that tree got done. The floor got smooth. Huzzah. Build construction floor. I will construct a floor to prevent the tree growth. We'll do it like that. And then once they're done, we'll reinsert the wall and we should be good. Now, our pit o' doom that we keep having to put on the back burner, build construction wall. Did we get our block? We tried to make granite blocks earlier, if anyone recalls. And we made some granite blocks. Huzzah. Because we just needed to go around the side of it so we could smooth the walls. That's really all we were doing there. The inside of this does not need to be like that. At all. So I'm going to trim all of this out. We don't need those ramps. But I am going to leave them on the inner one just because I want them to be able to access that hill if and when at all possible. So they can get stuck on it and we can laugh at their misfortune as we kill them. Now, the idea would be that this would be where we could shoot at them from, and perhaps, as alluded to in the title, if I can swing it, pump up magma up top and have it drip down the middle. Because I don't know if I want to drop lava on them or if I want to just shoot them. One of these things will be appropriate. Since we already have a stairwell system near this, I'm just going to connect this up. Now, we do have an even middle, unfortunately. So I'll bring that down here and then bring it over. And this should absolutely not be able to be reached. As you can see, it's 2 or 3 out from what is below it. So it should be completely impervious to enemies trying to enter the internals of the base via that system. While I'm here, I see you, and I recognize that you were out of place. Get rid of you. Get rid of you, because we did that again. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Why are you all out here in this weird outer region? You should not be able to do that. It annoys me that you would even try. Any on you? No, none on you. Right. We'll get rid of those. And we'll order it for the smoothing. That this should also be smooth. This is, after all, the killing bubble. The killing pimple. I don't know what to call this. The death pimple. The death arena. Ooh. That sounds like a doinketh.
Love Peak.
What? Oh, you did an emote? Like, what is Love Pete? What? Love peak. Peak. Gotcha. Thank you for your love peak, Domine. I think it gives updates to animation even if I don't sub. What do you mean? It gives updates in the animation. That was an anniversary announcement. Oh. That's fine. Maybe like because you subbed off, like when I was off air? Hell, I'll take it. 13 months is 13 months. It's something to celebrate. Just because the 13th month wasn't exactly today, you celebrate it whenever you can. I didn't spend money or anything. Like, what am I going to do? Like, how dare you? How dare you not spend the money? I need some. No, I'm not. I especially have seen those crazy people in the news occasionally. I say news, but on YouTube getting made fun of. We're like I think mostly they're chicks, but I think there's some dudes who do that too. They're like, how dare you? You need to give me your money. And no, I'm not like that. It is a celebration of your time and commitment to the channel, and I am fine with that. For that means, if nothing else, that you have given me some multitude of time within the last 13 months of your life. And as of right now, that is over a year, which means, depending upon how old you are, that is a measurable percentage of your life that you have known me, that is something to celebrate. It's way more to celebrate than money is. Because nowhere else in the world can anyone sit there and genuinely calculate out how long they've known someone. You can sit there and be like, oh, okay, I remember Pete from when I was 6. I've known Pete for like 4 years. Twitch, there's a way to type it in and it'll tell you like the month, the day, and I think the amount of hours that you've been a viewer, right? We know you, but you do not know us. This is kind of partly true. I'll give you that one. I don't know your faces. I don't know your voices or your mannerisms. But I do know that we have someone with another mood.
No, never mind.
So I think you can time like watch time or something like that. I forget what it is. And it'll tell you, or follow time? There's some command and it'll tell you like to the day and the hour how long you've been a follower for. No, there is. I just don't know what the command is. I can track it down. I think it's under stream elements that I have that does it. I just don't know what the commands are. Do I look under dashboard for commands? Oh, commands. Chat commands. So I've got to count age, but that's not the right thing. Emotes, follow age. Exclamation mark, follow age. Yeah, see? I knew it. Command noobs. Ooh, whoa. Don't know, wait. Oh, my GoXLR voices are messed up right now.
Because I was
screwing around on Tabletop Simulator, so I've screwed up my voice settings. He has begun a mysterious construction. Well, what did he grab? First of all, he's at a craft store shop, so of course he did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Hey, if he's got what he needs and he's got what he needs, good for him. That's why I'm playing in Final Fantasy? No? You mean race or class? Dominate getting dwarf number 11. We have exactly 11. They're all very moody. Ignore that for now. Dominate, looks like right now you are the Tanner. Wait, I died? I don't know, probably. Were you one of the ones that died in the water? We had like 2 or 3 named dwarves who fell into our pond here and died. Like they just didn't climb back out and they died.
Sir, an artifact has been completed.
Really?
It's created Geb Mukar, an obsidian toy boat. She claims it as a family heirloom. Weighs 2 pounds, worth 46,800 dwarf bucks. This is an obsidian toy boat. All craft storemanship is of the highest quality. It is encircled with bands of oval obsidian cabicons and mule bone. The object is adorned with hanging rings of yak bone and menaces with spikes of green glass. Because that's what I want on my toy, spikes of green glass. Brown zircon and elk bird leather. Can you imagine stepping on that in the dark? Oh my God, that'd be so painful. On the item is an image of Melville Brushslash, the dwarf in obsidian. On the item is an image of a forgotten beast in giant gray langur leather. On the item is an image of oats and morion. What is it supposed to be called? The Dented Sadness. Yeah, you step on a boat that's got green glass shards on it, your foot's gonna be the Dented Sadness. That would be worse than Legos. The Uwu demands sacrifices. Well, that's what I'm saying. I stream elements, I think, is just being specific, whereas everyone else is rounding. So what are you playing, Tachulu? Either. Oh, you didn't actually tell me. Lol, get wrecked. Dwarves don't mind the dark. I'm going to say for race, you are playing a Lalafell. And for a class, what would be the most unnecessary goofy class? Well, I know the Lalafells are primarily they're not called transmuters. They're called the Black Mage. I'm gonna say you're a Black Mage. You're a Bard. I always forget that one. I always forget that one. I don't know why they make the archers become bards. I'm a Laladin.
Holy cow! There is a tantrum happening.
You're an awful person. You are an awful person. Are you? Did you really do a lot? I'm a Laladin. A raw adamantine coffer. Fuck me, I don't know where to put that. Build container. If I build one in here, we should be good, right? Where do the dwarves spend most of their time? Are they in the tavern? Not a lot. I feel like I should put it in the temple here. That'd be so tiny. Oh no, who's gonna take the giant dragon? Points down. That dude. Only that man. Only that man has the balls of steel to take on a dragon. Wait, is this even granted down here? Nope, cancel that. It's an obsidian. See, things like that, though, is why I prefer also doing the Final Fantasy 14 using the controller. Because there are different people that are different races. Well, no shit. There are different races or drastically different sizes, what I was trying to say. If you have someone doing like a Roganin or whatever the hell the big dude is, and he gets in front of you trying to click on the tank, who's a tiny little Lala, it's such a pain. Whereas if you do it on a controller, you just hit up and down on the D-pad and you select the right name. I just saved Ishgard. It was a mistake. Ishgard was a mistake. So wait, is that pre or post Crystal Braves? What do you mean saved Ishgard? I don't know how to heal with it though. Pre. Good luck with that. Pre, post. I'm in patch quests. I can hate Alphino. I'm telling you, if none of you know the suffering that is Alphino, his quests are horrible. He is horrible. Everything to do with that man is horrible. He is the penultimate elf that you should just hate. 4 more quests for Heaven's Word, and now bringing to Shadowrings. Heaven's Word was a lot better. Heaven's Word was a lot better. I want to get back to doing Final Fantasy 14 again, too. I just need school to end. Which means, by the way, so like I said, next week is the last week of school. Essentially, I'm just turning stuff in. I've got to do a test. I got to turn a thing in. I don't think I have any classes. So after, we'll take that as a bit of a wash because of the reports I have to turn in. And then the week after that will be a bit wibbly wobbly. We'll say wibbly wobbly as I try to figure out what my schedule is. Because as soon as I say I'm out for school, everyone is like, oh, you're available to do things. So we'll consider the first week after school wibbly wobbly as everyone who wants and needs help to get things done. And then I'll set in a hard schedule. I'm thinking. You guys all know how this works when I think. The end result is probably not going to be it one up with one less. But as usual, we always lock in Saturdays. Hold on, I'm doing a quick little doodle. 7 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll start on the sun and end on a sat. Saturdays are stream days, right? Sunday, not gonna happen on one of those. I always try to save myself on Sundays. We could do a stream on Thursday. We could do a stream on Tuesday. It leaves me Monday to transcribe Saturday videos to YouTube, as well as record videos. Wednesday, that allows me to record a video for YouTube, and then Friday allows me to get ready. I'm thinking Tuesdays and Thursdays. Possibly one of the other days. Maybe Monday. If I can, the first couple of Mondays is going to be like no-nos because I've got a backlog now, again, of things to get to the archive channel. But once that's gone, it won't be taking that long to transcribe videos. No, it's not even that. I mean, don't get me wrong, that is kind of part of it. But so like I have family and none of them know electronics. So I'm willing to bet there's like a list of 70 things I need to do across like 7 households involving electronics. There are always things that need to be done. You say you have school for anyone and anything, and like, oh, we get it, you have school. You say you have work, and you're like, oh, what do you do for work? And you're like, well, I do things on the internet. And you're like, okay, so you don't have anything. And sometimes you just can't say no to family. You just can't. You can try. You try as much as you want, but somehow it always ends up with somehow it was a yes. Baka. Shh, tell no one. I got like 4 more quests for Heaven's Word. I got 4 days played in 10 IRL days. Oopsies. Jesus Christ. Just tell them you're an e-boy? Honor Grandpa. That's right. I'm an e-boy. So sexy. You know, I'm kind of a celebrity. Are you? Yeah, I'm on YouTube. I do things on the YouTube. I do things on Twitch and YouTube. Hold on, that does remind me. No, are you not the right computer? You are not the right computer. I thought you were the right computer, but you are not. This must be the right computer, which is awkward. No, I have TubeBuddy. This is the right computer. I just don't have my account registered on it anymore. Hold on. Because recently, I don't know if anyone of y'all been paying attention to videos in my channel, but it's been blowing up recently. Holy shit. Yes, it's me. Is this you? Try to quickly get the numbers. YouTube Studios. Hold on. I realize this. So unprofessional of me. I'm on Twitch. I'm about to bring up YouTube information. Randomly. All right. So the YouTube, not even the archive channel, which has slightly lower things, like the College of Dwarfology videos and the like that I do on YouTube, when I take all of your questions and I figure out who, what's asked the most, and I put it on YouTube as a clear, concise guide to how that topic works, like water, sunlight, so on and so forth. By the way, any of you who are new videos, on YouTube, I have a College of Dwarfology playlist that if you have a question, you're free to ask it on Twitch. I have addressed it on detail probably on YouTube. And if you still kind of, if I haven't discussed your topic, go to the Discord, you can ask it there. But randomly I blew up. So it used to be, I was getting like 240, 260 views a day. Not the greatest, but still healthy. That ended on Wednesday. On Thursday, I had 825, and then on Friday, I had 1,200. The last 2 days, I've gotten 2,000 views. All of a sudden, I blew up. I'm not even entirely sure what I did to blow up. So yay on that. I was kind of slightly bad timing. Feels a week from now, I could hop on that and like really make use of it. But if I don't focus on school right now, then I might not get the good grades and get through to the next semester of schooling. So schooling has to come first, because if I don't get through the next semester of schooling, the government wants its money back. So I have to do schooling. I don't know what the hell happened. So I'm really, really hoping that whatever happened continues to happen for over a week. Probably because Dwarf. Yeah, that's probably something to do with it.
No migrants this season.
I'm so lonely. I've considered making a second Final Fantasy 14 character for Lude. I can't Lude with a Lala. That's just not okay. Well, that's why they put in the cat girls or the bunny girls. That's 100% why they put them in. I don't even agree with it. I don't agree with the concept, but that's what they did. Don't stress about it. You can't bottle lightning. Thank you for, yes, Zutros? I can say it like it's a Pokemon name, Zutros.
Thank you so much. I hate this.
You have made the insane gifter's life suck, apparently, and they're now throwing a temper tantrum. Thank you for following Zutros. But yeah, no. Like the cat people, you could just say they were cat people, but then they released in the bunny race from Final Fantasy 12, and like these can only be females. And then they released in another race to be super buff and manly, and they can only be males. So they released those races for people to loot. That's the only reason for them to have done that. They released looting races. I say no to family all the time. They stopped talking to me years ago. People pay me to play games with me. RNG gamer bathwater. Ew. Ew. That is so gross. Why is everyone throwing a tantrum? I'm trying to get you clothing. Who's throwing a tantrum now? Is it Gopher? Gopher. Why do we have two Gophers? I don't know what's going on there. I'm ignoring that. Yeah, it's because of clothes. Unable to pray to Shoveth. We have things for you to pray to. Just pray to Shoveth. Oh my God. I need a library though. I need like a legit library. That, I'll give you that one. That is true. We have temples though. I don't know what they're talking about. Well, I couldn't pray to my God. Just do it. We have like 3 temples set up around the base. Probably more. All right, I'm going to convert this to a temple or to a library so we can have abstract thinking. Work on it from there. The Chulu wants a high quality library. Cancel. All right, someone has paid for a high quality library. High quality would also be the large room. So this entire floor is now a library. Trying to remove them digging though. Don't get rid of the buildings. There we go. This will just be the library then. I can't make the whole thing the library. It's too big one way. All right. Awkward. What if I do it corner to corner? I cut out 1, 2. It could go 2 higher. 1, 2. What if I leave out literally just the edge? I could do that. None of the dwarves in it would have to know that they don't have. No, how does that not match? We'll just ignore those extreme outer areas. Trim this in, and we'll start getting this set up to be the library. Because we had a library, doing air quotes, we had a library, but it was literally just a square in a hallway, so it clearly was not good enough. That reminds me, what is the game? Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter World has a Metal Gear Solid soundtrack in the town, and it drives me crazy. Whenever you're just sitting there, like if you're in town for too long, I end up constantly humming Metal Gear Solid. Meeting area. Is there a way to set this to a location? There we go. Assign location. Which one of you is a library? Because we did one. Not what I wanted to do. The geared mansion. Yes. All right. Oh yeah, that's right. We set. That's why we had the little tiny hallway one, was so that Cthulhu could be the scholar. We need to start putting things in here like bookcases, though. I don't remember how to do those. I know we need tables and chairs. Now, we are going to need a bunch of these. We're going to do these out of granite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're just going to start with tables. We'll start putting chairs after the fact. Pray to Rash. Tell us everyone to quiet this library. Can't you use fill on those? Yeah, people keep saying that and then I forget. That's really what this is. People keep saying that and then I forget. I'm so used to doing it the square method that I forget you can fill. Hold on, I gotta blow my nose. I don't know what it is about talking constantly, but it always makes my nose act up. Also, I've noticed we're a little over an hour. I forgot to set the timer. So not for you guys watching now, but for those who will be watching this after the stream when it's on the YouTube archives, Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll catch you guys next time.